This is a famed, I believe it's called the Voynich Manuscript that was found in a rare art dealer's or something in 1912. And people have tried to decipher it, its strange language and its strange symbols, for years, and they haven't done it. I want to give you my take on what I see on this, and I just started studying this yesterday. I'm going to get a book on it because it's an interesting mystery. But what I'm looking at is patterns, and supposedly it's got all these. It's kind of like a notebook with all these pictures and writing in it, and no one, not even the best linguists and all the people in the world, it's stashed at Yale University, I think. So if they can't figure it out, who knows? Now, like I said, I study patterns, so I'll tell you what I see, and I don't know anything about it. First of all, the manuscript is written on a notebook size thing. It's not written on an 8 by 15 foot tablet book. It's not written on a book that's 1 inch by 1 inch. So what this tells me is that whoever made these pictures and diagrams is probably very close to between probably 4 and 6 feet tall. Naturally, whatever did this had eyes. It also could draw in 3 dimensions, and it used the colors blue, a little bit of gold, red, green, and brown. And it must have very good mobile handwriting ability, because the script is very well done on this, so they must have had very articulate mandibles or paws or whatever the hell, who knows. There's another picture. It's not really a good picture though. And I don't know how long this manuscript is, how many pages. I really can't get a good idea of what it is, since no one knows, because it's never been deciphered, other than what I see, which is kind of gives me a free rein to take as many guesses as I want. Now this picture right here, the script seems to repeat itself. Now I don't know about the script, and I haven't got that far into it yet. I'm going to try and decipher it, but since no one else has done it, I'm going to give it a try. What we have here is what looks to be like a pool, maybe, with 7 maidens in it. And we have this weird looking thing connected to 7 different pods. Now, one thing I want you to notice about these women here. People think they found it, a priest found it, so that must be a religious thing. Well, maybe, maybe not. We can tell about the women is that they're not real young, they're not real old, and some of them are wearing a tiara. And the artist has made all the women look alike. He hasn't done any features. Let's say it's a he, I don't know. He hasn't done any features. Now, this here, all the script is the same. Now, if you look up here at the number 3, according to the script, there is no numbers in the scripts as far as this 3, I think all these numbers up here were added later as a reference for the page number, but not by the original artist. Now what we have here is a weird looking plant. Okay, and the artist can see in green, brown, and he also, we'll say it's a he shows the roots. Now if this was a person that lived on this planet, they wouldn't need to show the roots. And most of the script that I've seen, and this is a book, you can see the book, most of it that I've seen is, it's like a botanist survey of things that this person has seen. And what he's done here is he has made the pictures first, and then he writes a script around them. Now the interesting thing about this is that this artist pulled every one of these plants. They look like plants. I've never seen them. I've never seen anything like this in this world. Maybe I'm not a botanist, so I don't have that to say. But anyway, he pulled out each one of these from whatever they were in, and he made a drawing of the roots. For some reason that fascinated him. Now here is another part of the book. It shows circles and stars and circles and stars. And I have no idea what that is. Here's a better picture of it. And these show all, these are circles, and this looks like a face, and he's written purposely in blue and brown on this one. Here we go again. Oh, let's go to the next one. So before I was rudely interrupted, we have I'll just say a gentleman here, for a better word. He has access to red, brown, blue, and green pigments to write his. This looks like a journal on what the gentleman found. And here's one of the scripts. Like it says 106 right there, that 106, and all of the rest of this, you can tell it's two different types of writing. So that 106 doesn't mean anything. Anyway, we see no punctuation in of any kind. No periods, no, there may be capitalization in the first of these sentences if they are sentences. Now this here is a blow-up picture of these maidens. Now if you notice, the one thing about these girls, they all look alike. I mean, if you saw all these girls in somewhere, you'd say, well, they're, you know, they're like the Asians, or anyone else would say, well, they're white people. Don't they all look alike? Now, I don't mean to say that. I want to juxtaposition with that by saying that whoever drew these pictures was looking at these women as they're just women. They're not, he can't tell them apart. Doesn't matter. He puts breasts on them, he puts lipstick and rouge on them, and we have 3 of them up here. The interesting part about this picture is that these women are holding their left cheeks for some reason while they're sitting in this, was it a bath, or I don't know, but they don't look like they're too unhappy. And this is a great picture of, we have a center circle, and we have these other circles off the side, 3 off the side and 1 in the bottom and the top. And the artist has used brown and blue, and he used a little tiny bit of green right here for some reason, right there. Here's the sun. I don't know if it's sun, whatever it is. But he seemed to like circles. Here's another plant, and it's got the all of them have the roots on them. So he wanted to pull them out and see what they were growing. Now a human artist wouldn't do that, because we all know if you pull something up, it's got roots, big deal. But for some reason, this artist wanted to see that. Then we have another picture of, these are men here. One's holding a ball, one's got his hand out. I don't see too many, let's see, women in the, or men in the picture. Now here we have, in this one, see what I think this person is trying to do. I'll call him person, I don't know who he is. But he drew the pictures and then he wrote the text in. And you can see he didn't make any mistakes on the text. There is no rewrites, scratch out marks that I can see. And there's a bunch of women sitting in something green, and then there's blue coming down, and they're washing or something, and then they're, and all these women are young. And here it looks like a man is getting married to someone. Now this is a very good idea to, if we can determine what the time period of these people costume is, then we can figure out when it was done. But you'll notice all the pictures of the women and the men and everything, they're all generic. It's almost like whoever did it didn't care who it was. Now here's an interesting picture. Okay, this guy has got a crossbow and a weird looking hat. We find the time period of that, and we find the time period probably when this was done. And as you can see, this is some, I don't know what the hell it is, but he's written notes all over. And notice the notes. They're not, none of them have been crossed out. They're all done in ink. And here's another weird flower with weird looking roots. And here's another circle. All these are women. And they're all holding a star. Some are, some aren't. I've got an idea about this, but I'm going to get a book on it from Barnes & Noble and study it, because it's a good hobby, and a hobby will keep you out of trouble. You know, it's always expand. My mind is expanding for some reason, and I'm going to try and solve it. I have probably a 100% chance of not being able to do it, but I'm going to try. These, if you'll notice, are all roots of something. I've never seen a botanist that took pictures of roots. Now this is interesting here. This looks like a child, and what we have is this word right here is pointed to this casing. This is pointed towards the child or head or whatever. This looks like a human brain. I don't know. But if we look for patterns, then this is going to be a really neat, interesting mystery. Okay.